Sebastian, last time we talked, it was at D23 and Thunderbolts was announced, and you were like, I literally don't know anything about this. I haven't read anything. Like, they just like announced it, and then now I'm doing press. Have you read anything yet? Harrison Ford is coming in. Like, what are you looking forward to?
To find out if he's in the movie. Literally.
Is he gonna show up to set?
Listen, I hope so. Okay, I really hope so. Getting Harrison Ford there is probably the movie itself. But we still, I haven't seen a script yet, so we're still a little ways out, still kind of building up. But I think it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about it. A lot of great people that I haven't worked with before, and some returning as well,
Pika Pika!
Justice, when the F is the next Detective Pikachu? What is going on? I need it. It was so great.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm 90% positive that we're just gonna have to let that dream die. And
Why?
I'm 90% positive. I just think that, some things are just better left alone, and I think that it was a great movie, and I think that it summed itself up, and yeah, listen, I'm open to doing another
They hate money? It's a great...
I don't think...
Good one.
I'm open to doing another one, but that's not really up to me. So if they change their mind, then sure, I'll do it.
Oh, that's a fumble. That's one of my highly anticipated. Briana, for you, I talked to Luke Evans recently, and he was talking about the Beauty and the Beast series, and he was like, it's happening. It's just, we need to get the script right. I'm just curious if you have an update.
Yeah, no, I don't have an update. No, I mean,
Is he playing Gaston?
He's playing Gaston again. Yeah. No, I have no update whatsoever. That'd be real. We did a little bit of prep last year, and it was a really exciting process. But no, I mean, I hope at some point. It's a really special story and a special character. So fingers crossed.
Please.
All that work for $1,000. If you're gonna steal a lot.
I will say this is, of all the interviews I've done over the years, this is one of the hardest to write questions for.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Makes sense.
How do you protect the secrets of this movie?
Very vague.
Yes, and I think honestly, we're trying to encourage audiences as much as possible to go in blind. Like, try not to look up much about the movie, except this interview specifically, which we won't spoil anything, but try not to look up stuff about the movie because it really takes you on this unexpected ride. And every 50 seconds, there's a new twist.
It's true. Well, let's have just the vaguest interview ever. So, Justice, for you, how did the role of Tom differ from anything that you've done before?
Tom was a living, breathing human being, and no, I'm just kidding. What I liked about Tom specifically was I've played characters similar to Tom in the past, characters who are desperate for love and connection, but what I thought was interesting about Tom was this emptiness that he was born with, that's specifically derived from the echelon that his family exists on. I noticed growing up that there are a lot of wealthy people who have a similar emptiness, and it's a weird dichotomy that happens because you assume that those people have so much, but then on the inside they have very little, and I thought that was an interesting color to his desperation.
I think the journey that she goes on is the biggest difference. She finds herself in very, very the extremes of a experience for one person, and I think the opportunity to play all of those was what made her so different.
It was just, it was like one of those scripts where you're reading it, and every time you seem to settle on an impression of what's going on, it immediately changes. And from an acting standpoint, that was fun because it was sort of like, okay, well, who are these people, and what is the real version of, these people, and when does it show up, and is it always manipulated in some way, or where's the genuine part? And then everybody kind of weirdly brings out a different version, good or bad, out of the other character, depending on who's interacting with who, and that's kind of interesting. And I guess in with so many movies being so action driven and green screens and car chases and crashes and monsters and all kinds of stuff. Like this is, all the warfare happens intelligently between dialogue and kind of characters, and it's really subtle that way, but it's so intriguing because it really does bring the audience into it, and it makes you want to be a part of it. You have to pay attention when you watch the movie, and that's why it's a different viewing experience.
I'm actually really curious going back if there are like Easter eggs laid out of what's going to happen, because there are so many things where you're like, oh.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's definitely a movie you watch twice.
How do you know when someone's lying to you? What's your tell?
Gut.
Yeah.
Gut instinct. I'm very good at telling when someone is lying to me.
They say they look to the left.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've heard this one a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a TED Talk.
Mm.
Because the left is where you're going for, and now every time ever I say anything, it's like, where are his eyes? Like, the left is where you go for the creative, right? And the right is the reason, so it's like if you're pulling out of your memory, technically,
You know,
Right.
interesting.
All right.
good luck with that, internet.
Why is the movie called Sharper?
Sharper is someone who lives by their wits.
Is that
Yeah.
Anna Karenina?
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's
Well-
yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
a sharper is someone who gets by.
Yeah, I'm like, they don't know.
Oh well.
I get. It's funny you guys thought that because I was like, oh, it's like sharpening the blade, before.
Could also be that. I think it comes from playing cards. Like if you're like playing, you're gambling. It's like the cheater. Like it comes from that, and then it evolved to just someone who lives by their wits.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's the sharpest?
Who's
John
the
Lithgow.
sharpest? Exactly. Yeah.
I don't go to Vegas enough, I don't think. Are you guys good at like poker and stuff?
I don't know how to
No.
play.
No.
No.
I'd love to learn. Teach me.
Now.
I don't,
have to
I
buy
don't
the-
think I would be the greatest teacher for you, but we can learn together and
Sounds
lose
good.
all our money.
Sounds perfect.